Hi there, my name is Kirk White. I first became involved with Dr. Clark's work about 10 years ago. Somebody handed me one of her books. It said, "The Cure for All Diseases." I thought, gee, that's a pretty bold statement. I don't think so. But after studying the book for some months, I decided it was really good information. There's a lot of science in it anybody could use. She says that if you put deodorant under your arm, in 2 minutes you can find aluminum in your brain. And if you put deodorant under your arm, in 2 minutes you can find propyl alcohol in your liver with a little device she invented that she calls a synchrometer. It's made with Radio Shack parts, about $60 worth of parts. The book is an incredible piece of information and really worth reading, and thank you for buying the book you bought. I worked with Dr. Clark now about 5 years as an understudy, as an unpaid understudy, and I find it's most fascinating. She's without question one of the most brilliant minds on the planet. I hope you enjoy the video, and I hope you can gain a lot of information for yourself, and maybe you can save a life. Thank you so much. By the way, Dr. Clark says you can copy this and give it to as many friends as you like. It may save a lot of lives. Thank you. Well, we're with Dr. Clark in her laboratory at the moment, and we have an unknown substance on here that came out of a toilet bowl, and it looks very much like an animal. Let me come in and zoom in on it, and we'll take a good look at it.
It looks a lot like a worm.
Move the hand.
And a person could...
Move the hand. The background is not as good as the other picture, but I can see it so clearly now. There it is.
One end especially looks like a head, and the other end like maybe a tufted tail, but not like any worm I have seen.
Yeah, but it's just an unknown substance. So what we're going to do is walk through the process. How does she determine from an unknown substance that came out of a toilet bowl what it really is? And we'll see how long it takes her to do that. This is going to be a very fun experiment. You will be amazed at how it works. Yeah. Morning, Dr. Clark. How are you?
Good morning. Fine. So this does look for all the world like a worm, only I'd never seen one like this before. And without staining it, you can't get a better idea. But it has to be either plant or animal. So first thing I would check for is plant, food residue in other words. And if anything, it could come from, say, a banana or plantain, which we use in our diet. So that would be the first thing I would test. And here's a banana, so I would test that first. And that's it.
What do you know? That was a positive indication from the synchrometer.
Usually it doesn't go that fast because I have to guess what the possibilities are. I can't go through a long list. Maybe sometime in the future that can be done. The circuitry is already available to where I wouldn't have to have the actual item for testing. But I'm still at the manual stage, and I prefer it that way.
But actually you could have made a water copy of that.
Yes, I could have. And also it would distinguish between banana and plantains, so it has very acute sensitivity to differences.